Agape Soul Boutique. High-end boutique looks and quality with affordable pricing. Located at 6025 Martin Luther King.
Like that.
Yeah.
My beat is never booming, and you know. Hey man, we up in here. What's going on, Tampa Bay, St. Petersburg? Man, you know how I do it. The whole Tampa Bay area. This King Jal, the voice of the people. Hey, it's Thursday morning. Y'all know what time it is with me, man. And I got another special guest, man. I don't know, man. I've been kicking game all this month, man. My guest right here. Another one of my mentors. I I ain't ashamed to say that because I tell my listeners, man, this is mentor season, and I tell them to do what I actively been doing: get you 2 to 3 mentors, talk you and walk you through it. Good friend of mine, been knowing G for a little minute. Um, hey man, the advice and times that we shared in that advice is unmeasurable. To see where we both at right now is quite unbelievable. You know what I mean? But I got a good friend, Mr. Credit himself, y'all. Mr. Gary Branch, man. You want to introduce yourself or tell a little bit about yourself, sir?
Yo. What's up? My name Gary Branch. I'm the owner of New Generational Wealth Solutions, which is a credit repair and funding business located in Sarasota, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is to empower the people, give some financial and credit literacy, because good credit is wealth.
So with me, and what I've been pushing, especially with my new things that I pushed out there, is I'm working with businesses and taking them to get the business credit. And I know that once we get to a certain point, we got to utilize that Patriot Act to open up. You know what I mean? We got to open the floodgates. And when you say the Patriot Act, that's the time when you're going to have to present yourself, your social security number, and your credit score. It won't. You don't have to do it at all times, but it's going to be a time that we're going to have to show that. And when I'm dealing with my businesses and I'm mentoring them, I always push them to credit. Man, listen, let's work on the credit. Let's make sure it's right, because when the time get right, we don't want that to be an obstacle. So that's why I got Mr. G here with y'all today, and we're gonna kick some game. Man, first I wanna hit a couple stories, man. Then because we got a whole hour, man. We ain't going nowhere. But I want to hit a couple stories, man, and then we'll go into the credit. Did you know what the acronym for spam meant?
The acronym for spam. No.
Do you like spam?
I mean, I don't eat it no more, but I used to love it. I used to love some spam. I don't eat it no
I
more.
was never a spam or buying a sausage, right? Nah. Chipper snacks and mackerel.
Yeah, I used to love that spam.
Spam. The acronym for spam is salt preserves any meat.
Wow.
It ain't spice ham, salty piece of meat. That's what it stands for. Spoiled ham. It's a lot of stuff in here. But spam has a lot of history. Spam is sold in over 42 countries. It's a preserved meat, so people jump on it and they tell it 44 different countries. So yeah, I never knew the acronym for spam. Kind of intriguing to me. Yeah, dope. So hey man, I'm into I'm into the music business, and you're a numbers dude like me. What you think about this? Boosie sold half his catalog. He looking to sell half his catalog for 10 to 20 million. And he said he got 22 albums, man. I let a layup of them go for 20 million. What you think about the selling of the intellectual property right now?
If you got a plan,
it
works. Because if you're gonna sell that and you're gonna, come across 10 million, because you sold it. If you got a plan to turn that 10 into 100, then it makes sense. Because that intellectual property, yeah, it's money over the long term, but it can be slow money.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so if you got a plan to turn that money now into something big, then I don't see nothing wrong.
Yeah, because Irv made a play.
Yeah, you got it.
Man, them cats who Irv dealing with, man, they bought the property, then gave him a line of credit. I heard Irv on one of them podcasts, and Irv made a play, and I get it. Like he sold that Murder Inc. catalog, and they gave him like 200 million in it. Then the dude he's dealing with say, man, listen, you want to make movies? Go a line of credit. Don't even worry about it. I say, yeah. So one more thing, man. I want to go by you. So they say that the inflation has started reaching the prisons. So the prices of canteen and commissary has went up, and it's impacting inmates and their loved ones. So from an inflation standpoint, an example in this story, I'm not gonna read the whole story. The 3-ounce pack of Maruchan ramen noodles, which is like 37 cents a piece, they paying $1.06 for them up the road. Energizer batteries, man, that go for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. They paying $3.30 for 2 AA batteries. Now, I don't know who wrote this story, but this is intriguing to me. It said a big AZ frozen chicken sandwich perfect at Murphy's gas stations going for $4.99, but inmates will pay $6.19 for it. The frozen chickens. That's the visitation sandwich.
That is,
Wow.
now are we talking federal or state? Because as a person who's been to both, state prices are always much higher than federal.
See, you learned me then.
State prices were much higher than federal. Federal canteen was a lot cheaper. So that matters too. Like, are they talking state? Are they talking federal? Because like that chicken sandwich you're talking about, they sell that in the state. You can go and get it, buy it.
Oh, you can go get it at the commissary.
Commissary, they heat it up for you and you eat it right then and there.
You can't.
Then from the feds, you don't buy no hot food.
Get that we in the microwave.
Right.
We burning.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one they're talking about, but in the state, yeah, you buy it at a canteen, the microwave right there in the canteen, heat it up, you eat it for lunch. So
that's okay. That's dope. And then they mentioned Keefe. Man, if I think I'm about stocking the Keefe, man. Keefe been holding strong, but owned by the Bushes, ain't it?
I mean, I always say, listen, man, follow the money trail. Prisons ain't going nowhere. If they stocking them prisons up, them stocks gonna go up, man. They going up.
They gonna stay up. They go. And the next thing, I mean, I wouldn't even go to this story, but I'm gonna go ahead and kick it right now because I guess we can go right into the financial with that because from my research, I seen a play when they brought medical marijuana here in Florida. All the good old boys started pulling their money out of the prisons and putting it into the medical marijuana field. That was the play. Can't count the money. You go in the dispensary right now, you can't swipe your debit card. You got to turn around and use that ATM. I think they done got past that. The cannabis banking bill has cleared Senate. Now they finna allow the cannabis companies to deal with the banks. You had a couple of Democratic and Republican senators push this through, and now I think it's more of a we want to count some of y'all money because they done literally made billions right up under their nose, man. Cash money. Security guards to bring it in and bring it out. They ain't even worried about the weed no more. We securing this bag coming in and out of here, man. And for all my listeners out there, if you got time, do a case study. Go by a dispensary, just park it in and see who the clientele is. Cause it ain't us. All right, G. It's on you, man. What's up, man? What's up with these people credit? And I'm gonna drop a link, man. I'm gonna drop a link because I'm gonna offer something today. And if y'all want to sign up, man, we go put a nice little nim on it. But I'm gonna let y'all tell y'all. I'm gonna let my man tell y'all what he can do because it's quite amazing. It's quite amazing.
So first, let me start with this then, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always hear the credit pair is a scam. Credit pair is a scam. People love to say that. Now, in my response to that is that you wasn't happy with every mechanic. You're not happy with every doctor. Some people hate McDonald's. Some people hate Chick-fil-A. Some people love it. So with any business, the person in charge, the person that's doing the work, the person, the CEO, trickling down to the employee is going to make a difference. So is credit repair a scam? There are a lot of things that can be a scam, but credit repair in itself is not a scam. There are laws governing everything pertaining to your credit. And if you go and study these laws, most people are not because you have to overstand it and you have to really dig into it. Most credit reporting is one of two things, inaccurate or fraudulent. If you do a study right now, if you Google and you say, how many Americans' credit reports contain inaccuracies? I guarantee you that you're going to get something that's saying at least 77% or more. So when these companies are reporting, although this can be your debt, these things are usually inaccurate. Positive things can be inaccurate in affecting your credit score. So by law, by the Federal Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA, these things have to be accurate. And that is the premise of all credit repair. Now, a lot of people are in this, we're in this microwave generation. And because Keisha credit got clean in 90 days, Now, Monica, you mad because yours taking longer. Well, that's just reality of how it goes. Everybody's situation is different, but anything and everything negative can be removed from a credit report. There are laws like first of all, you got maximum possible accuracy law. And then once they do that, then you're going to tell them, then they have to verify, okay, you're saying it was accurate, but what was your method of verification? And then from there are many things like permissible purpose. You have privacy laws. That's big. Permissible purpose and privacy is big.
Like a lot of people, once they sell they sell it to a collector, that's dead.
Collection companies are such a joke if you know how to fight them. Like basically, hey Jab, man, listen. If I owe you some money, your brother, your cousin, or some person who you just sold a debt to,
they over there pressing you.
Yeah, how you gonna press me? I owe this money to him. And why did you get them people my social security number? Right then, that's because you have no business giving nobody my social security number. First and foremost, that's private. Now there are privacy issues with that. And one thing about me, I always say success leaves receipts, man. I got receipts from suing the credit bureaus, from suing collection agencies on my own. No FCRA attorney. Because this stuff is fraudulent. Collections are fraudulent. Period. Point blank. I don't care what nobody say. I go to war with words about that and show time and time again that they're fraudulent. Now, different ways of combating it can be different. And you can go in front of a judge and be dead to the right, just like in criminal law, and still lose. Just know it's just because they're wrong.
Take it to trial of my Mr. Big voice.
Yeah, so but anything and everything negative can be removed. And one thing that I want to say is this: people love to focus on credit scores, but there are people with 750s who can't get what a person with a 680 can get. This is what I tell people every day when I'm on the phone. If you focus on your credit profile, your credit score takes care of itself.
So
100% of the time.
So I introduced my people to the NACA loan. I actually signed up for it myself. And I was explaining to them how they go off of your credit profile, not the actual credit score, and it actually gives you an advantage, when you're making this play. So that's crazy that you said that. The profile is very important. People get so caught up in that score.
So this is what I tell people. When you see somebody, I don't care if it's social media, whatever it is, and they're bragging about their score. You know what my question always is? Well, what did you get with that score? Because if you just got a $5,000 credit card with it, that's nothing. If you got a car but had to go put $5,000 down, that's nothing. Who cares about that 720 and that's all you could do? That 750 and that's all you could do. But when you tell me that, now a house is easy to get. Don't get me wrong. You can get a house with a 680 very easy. A house is the easiest thing to get with your credit. All that paperwork on the back end with the lender, that's the hard part. Houses are easy because they're secured collateral. But when you're talking about cars and which is a depreciating asset, and credit cards and loans and stuff like that, those are harder to get.
Have your kids buy them a house before they buy their car?
Every time. And you got to buy that house. You want to get a duplex at minimum. Anything up to 4 units is the same loan as a single family home. It's still considered a single family home loan. So you want to get them 4 units. Why? Because those other 3 units are going to count 75%. I want to say 70% of the rent on all 3 of those is going to count towards your income for what you make during closing. So for you young people out there who haven't bought your first home, I know it's expensive around here right now, but if it can happen, at least a duplex, you want to get a 4-plex. Me, when I bought my first home, I had too many kids. I had to get a 5-bedroom immediately. I didn't get it young enough. But you always want to get at least a duplex because that other half will count towards your income.
Yeah, that's a play right there. That's a play right there. So a person that's looking to get their credit repaired, take me through that process. Because I just dropped a link up there, man, and we finna give a special offer to anybody interested, man. I'm an affiliate with new Gen Wealth Solutions, so I got a link, man, and we go bless some people. But tell me, what would I expect if me dealing with with new Gen Wealth Solutions, and I'm a new client. What should I expect?
So first and foremost, on that initial consultation, which is free, we have you sign up for a credit monitoring. Costs you $1. It's a 7-day trial. Costs you $1. If a person don't want to pay $1, for a free consultation, then that just weaves me right out of there with them. I'm not even interested in your business. Can't pay $1. How you going to pay some money to get your credit fixed? Now, when you pay that $1 and you sign up for that, because we're going to cancel it, we are going to, one thing about it, we're going to take you thoroughly through your credit report on that call. I don't know how other companies rock, but this one over here, we're going to go through everything negative on that report, everything positive. I'm going to tell you the correct way to pay your credit cards. And if you remind me, I'll get that out right here. Correct way to pay credit cards when it comes to statement dates and also when it comes to debt pay down. We're going to run you through your entire, all of the negative items. Now, I'll tell you, on that call, I usually tell you like one thing, because me, I'm looking and I know it off the top of my head. There's things on the credit report and things not on the credit report that I use to get stuff removed. But I'll usually say, yeah, see that? That's inaccurate. See that? That's inaccurate. I usually stick to one thing and rock it all the way through the credit report. So I show you them inaccuracies. I tell you about your negative debt. And then we look at it and we go from there. From there, if you want to get signed up, signing up is a process. We need ID docs. You got to have that credit monitoring. That's the big stickler. People don't want to pay for credit monitoring. Now, if you don't want to pay for credit monitoring, then how do I see your credit reports every month? You want me to go look at Credit Karma and Experian that doesn't have all the information, and then that information is scattered. I know people tell you to go to the credit bureaus, and there's nothing wrong with that, getting those things on paper. However, that can be confusing. You want to get a credit report that shows all 3 credit bureaus side by side, so you can compare those inaccuracies in a good amount of time, not trying to keep going back from paper to paper or place to place, trying to figure it out. Time is money. Money is time. So you definitely want to do that. And then from there, we get that onboarding docs. I kind of set you up to get you set up with make sure you got an Experian account and a Credit Karma account too, because there's ways to manipulate the system in there and get some easy wins in there. From there, once you get your onboarding done, and I do have someone, if you don't know how to do your onboarding on your own, we'll walk you through it. You get that onboarding done. Once that onboarding is done, it's time to get to the disputing. And it never fails that I have people 1 week later, 2 weeks later asking, how's the credit repair going? 35 to 45 days is how long.
Leave me alone, lady.
35 to 45 days is how long a round takes.
That's it.
Also, if this is your credit, right? This is your credit. Now, you hired me, no doubt. Now, if you hire somebody to fix your car, when they fix it, if it's something you're going to check them out, ask them about it and all that stuff there. But the things that you can check out yourself, you're going to check out yourself. This is your credit. Very important. Good credit is wealth. All you have to do is monitor your own Credit Karma and your own Experian. That's why I have all my clients signed up for it with intention of you monitoring it yourself. Okay. So that I can't tell you anything. I can't tell you anything. So now you ain't got to worry about me.
Everything that I'm saying to you can be verified by what you're seeing.
Yeah, because I have people, they told me this happened. I have people every day I get on the phone with. When I signed up with XX company, paid such amount. I don't know what's going on. They told me this happened, but I don't see it. And so if I'm telling you something, you have Credit Karma, you have Experian. If I come back and for your client update, we give you client updates every 35 days, like clockwork. And sometimes it might stretch to 37, depending on the workload. And I tell you this and that was deleted, then you can go and look and see that I'm not just blowing smoke. If you're relying on any company just to tell you stuff blindly, you can always be deceived. But you gotta, this is your credit. You're getting your credit fixed for a reason, hopefully. So you need to be on to understand everybody busy and all that, but we find time for things that's important for us.
Absolutely.
So once we get you onboarded, getting people houses, that's my favorite thing. I just had my favorite client ever this year, signed up with me in January, and they were homeless, living in a homeless shelter. Wife, husband, kids, they went from homeless shelter to their house. Like, that's my favorite ever. I ain't never did that one before in 6 months. Homeless shelter to their house. Closed, and then she went and got a car on the day of closing.
Yeah, that's beat your chest right there, boy.
That is that there brought so much joy to me. Every time I look, she had made a post about it like a couple of weeks ago on Facebook. And when I see it, I be like, wow, that's amazing. That's what make this worth it. The headaches, the heart pains, all that, that's what make it worth it. But when you want to get a house, houses are easy. You have to stay on top of your stuff, though. There's always things that you need to do. Adding positive accounts. Let me put this on the record right now, because this is one of the biggest misconceptions, that I'm going to erase stuff off your credit report and your score is just going to shoot up. Your score cannot shoot up if you're not adding positive credit. You have to have positive credit. And one of the main things you need on your credit is a credit card. Now, everybody can't get a regular credit card. You have to go secure. You have to go kickoff. You got to go self, because revolving credit, that utilization, that is up to I want to say 160, or it's 30% of your score. I think that's 160 or 165 points. If you have 0 in that category, Wise is no revolving credit, then you got a 0 on your credit report in that area. So you're missing up to 165 points. So anybody who don't have a credit card on their credit report, at least go sign up for Kickoff. Go sign up for Kickoff.
And I got we got links for all that stuff.
Yeah, give them the link for it. Give them the link for Kickoff.
Get with me. I got links for
sign up
everything,
for Kickoff.
Man. All this stuff, we got you.
Sign up for Kickoff because that's going to boost your score by itself. Now, do you want me to get on the credit card utilization?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right. So,
how to use your credit cards, y'all? How to pay them? It's a trick to that. So we're gonna give y'all the game on how and when to make your payments.
So everybody pays back before the due date. There's nothing wrong with that. However, that's why every time you look at your credit report and you be like, well, I paid it, but it's still saying that I owe such, because you're using it again. You want to pay your credit cards 3 to 5 days before the statement date. That's when you want to pay it. Now, if you're paying it and you're not
statement date.
Statement date.
So what is the statement date over the due date? How do we decipher that?
So basically, when you look at that bank statement, that credit card statement, it has 2 dates on it. It has the date it starts and the day it ends. That's at the top. The due date is always down in the middle where all the other stuff at.
Okay.
On the top of those statements is always the day it starts, the day it ends. The day it ends is your due date. Now, the reason I say 3 to 5 days because we know electronic payments take some time. If you wait till the last day, some credit card companies might count that towards it, some may not. So I say 3 to 5 days to give it time to filter through. Now, when you make that payment before then, if you didn't pay it off, you still will have something to pay on the minimum. On a due date, you still have a minimum payment. So you want to at least pay that extra that you pay towards, because most people pay extra over the minimum. That's what you want to at least pay before the statement date. And then you can pay the rest before the due date. So that's the first thing. Whatever your balance is on the due date, that is the balance that's going to report to the credit bureaus. Paying those credit cards down, you're going to see instant score increases.
So hold on, bro. Let me stop you. So basically you said, all right, if your regular due payment is $40 and you don't use $240, so you pay the $200. If you go pay the $200, pay it before the statement date. So when the due date come around, it only reports that you only down. So this is how you show a good utilization on your credit cards, y'all.
So, and it's good you said that. So let me pivot to this. Also, don't use your debit card. Use your credit card like a debit card. Listen, if your credit card is not extended out and you're able to use it like a debit card. And what I mean by that is don't use a debit card. Use the credit card. When that transaction clears, just pay the credit card off right then and there during the month so you can use it again. Keep using that credit card, paying it off all month. Banks see that. That's telling them that you can use a credit limit increase. Some banks do it instantly. Some of them don't. But that's telling them that you can use a credit limit increase. So you want to use it like a debit. I do not use a debit card. It pains me to see people use debit card. That hurts my soul because you're missing out on them reward points.
You're missing the reward points. And you know, that's kind of like one of the was one of my inspiring things to go into helping people build business credit and get lines of business credit. Because when I did Agape, we went into it with a $28,000 budget. As you know, when you're doing construction, what your budget is ain't gonna never be what the final came out spending about 42, and we did that in cash. And then I look back like, I could have did all this with credit utilization. Like I should have never spent my money when I could have did that with cash. Even paid it back, I still had the credit line to work with. And this is what I'm trying to get people to understand. Like, okay, yeah, you're a business owner. You're not a business owner, but you have this credit card. If you use it and when you pay it off, you still have that money available to use.
That's the ultimate goal. The thing is, we get caught up in doing the wrong things with it, and we extend ourselves. Now, if you're going in debt for your business, you're taking that chance. That's what entrepreneurs do. But if you're going to debt to go to, what's that place like going to Mexico? Tulum, something, then that is like, get the asset to pay for that. You know what I mean? Take that money, invest it, get the asset to pay for the Tulum trip and all that stuff. Dubai, wherever it is, everybody going nowadays. Now, Wise is, because we was on the business funding topic, is it possible to get money with your EIN only. It is, but it's limited.
Okay.
It is, but it's limited. Cash is important. Now, if you cash flowing heavy in your business already, of course they'll give you some money with your EIN. They see the money. Of course, they'll always give you money if you're making money. But if you're not, you got to take them steps to net 30s and all that. But even still, you're going to be very limited to the amounts of money you can get. So that's going back to what you started off with. You got to, that Patriot Act is enacted. You got to use that SSN. Personal guarantee. You got to use it. Now, your credit profile needs to look a certain way. I'm going to give y'all some things on how your business need to look, how the credit profile need to look. Business. You do not have an email if it says Gmail or Yahoo. That is not, I don't care if it's your business name at
www.inkthebiz.com, y'all. Because first, you have to have a business email, and you should have a business phone number. That's two of the things that I'm with my platform that I'm launching. I kind of backtracked, and I think that I'm just gonna really target those and just push them. Like, if it got Gmail behind it or Yahoo, it's certain applications that you fill out that won't even accept your email address because it's not a business email address.
Especially for EIN only funding.
Exactly.
They're especially not going to accept that Gmail. Now, Chase might accept it. They might. But Chase going to want a personal guarantee. Those cards in those places that do EIN only, if that thing got Gmail, you can't even apply. Period. Can't apply. That website, it's important. You got to have it. You got to have that website. You got to have bank account, business bank account. That's important. Now, can you get away with not having that business phone? Sometimes. But you're going to limit yourself. Why not spend the money for the business phone and limit myself to, maybe 2, 3, 5, 10 when I can get the business phone and open myself up to 100? It's just numbers. It makes sense.
It's just numbers.
The business phone, website, get the website. Websites. This is not 1995 where they $4,000, $5,000, $10,000. It's not 1995. Get a website.
Yeah, and we often landing pages and all of that. Like you don't even have to have a full website, just a landing page. And that's go push you right through. Like I'm coming back because we have another show, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. And I'm part of that too, but I'm coming back I'm going to present my businesses. I'm coming back to be interviewed because everything that me and you talk about, bro, I'm bringing it back around. I got a full educational platform. I haven't even pitched you yet because I'm working on perfecting that. But everything, I'm putting all of this into one source. And it's important because I want people to be able to get the funding so we can go to that next level when we're doing these multi-agency marketing type plays that me and you was talking about the other day. But I want you to get 60 to 100 so we can go to the next level with it.
So I'm gonna tell you something. And I got a group. It's a group. It's 5 married couples. We the purpose partners that we call our group. And we haven't had our business meeting this month.
Okay.
We do one business meeting every month. All 10 of us together. Flip ideas off. We might present this is what I was supposed to do in August. This is what I'm supposed to do in September. Now when September get here, because it's that next month, did you accomplish them August goals? But one thing that I always say is this. If you got friends, I ain't talking about them associates, friends. It's no reason 5 of y'all can't have good credit.
And make big
start
plays.
A business, get business funding, get $100K a piece. That's $500,000. With $500,000 in good credit, the bank might give you 1.5, might give you 2.5 to go and get some real estate. If I can't stress nothing else enough, that is it. You take that money and you turn it. Don't go on a vacation. If I can't say nothing else, real estate is the way to wealth. Real estate is the way to wealth. And 5 people, you go over there to Jab, let him lay out the way your business is supposed to be structured. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that credit report gets that profile structured the right way. Boom. Now you get your funding. And if it's 5 of y'all, cut out them clubs a little bit, cut out the drinks a little bit, go into a purpose together. Go hit Jab up, let them show y'all what it need to look like on this side, on that side, put y'all money towards that so you can get the funding. And now we can go and we got the funding. Now we got some money coming in that's taking care of our dreams.
And that's so important, man. In this city, they literally. I'm stressing the issue that they finna rebuild our entire downtown, and my passion and my outlook is not for us to just to go get the funding. It's for us to be able to go get the government, county, and city contracts, and for us to. I'm gonna push the life insurance policy game on them because we don't know the right type of life insurance policy, and you and them 5 people starting that business, you can take that income and front load it into your life insurance policy, and you can self lend. Like people are taking it's people are taking their life insurance policy and going to buy them that new car out the policy and paying themselves back to their policy.
Yes.
This is the game that we going. That's the game that's happening around us that we got to be in position.
If you just can't afford it, I understand term life. I understand it if you just can't afford it. Other than that, for me, term life is only the term of my mortgage. That's what I get term life for, the term of my mortgage. But you still got to have that other whole life or universal something that you can borrow against and all that. Term life is cool, but it's only for my mortgage. Now I understand everybody can't afford insurance. We got health issue, all that's fine. But for everyone who can, like term life is only like if you 30 right now and you get a 30-year term life, if you live past 60, that
policy
gets
dead.
nothing out of it. That policy's dead. Then try to renew at 60 and see how expensive it is.
Yeah.
That's not it. That's not it. Term life is for like you get a mortgage, so you get the little term life so that you pass away during the mortgage, you get that term life, the amount of the mortgage, you can pay it off. Things like that. You know what I mean? That's how I was taught the structure. And my wife, she's a life insurance agent, not active with it, but that's how I learned some things. But you need those universals, those holes, those ones you can borrow against. Those are the ones that you can take and become your own bank and against interest against yourself.
Because we finna come up out these 401ks and all that, man. We finna go straight to the insurance. Because tax-wise, it's...
What was 401ks made for? Do you know who they were made for, what they were made for?
I don't know, man. Spit it. Kick it.
401ks were made for CEOs. They were made for these high-ranking executives who were running out of places to put their money because they was making so much of it, and they didn't want it to tear up them in income taxes, so they created 401ks. That's why 401k, you can put the money in there before taxes. That's what 401ks were for. They were tax shelters for CEOs. Google it if you don't believe.
And we ain't even no CEOs. We on there throwing our little pennies over there and getting spammed on. I seen, I literally, as a tax preparer, I seen my people, man, cash in all their retirements during COVID, man. Everybody dipped. Like, I ain't gonna say everybody, but I mean, a lot of people, like, it was tough. People had to go in there and make a play. And that's what kind of sent me over there. I'm talking to my homeboy. I'm like, what? He was like, man, we can do these with this insurance policies. I'm like, oh, okay. Let's go.
For the people listening, if you don't know what career you want to do, and you out there, you searching, look into insurance. Man, them people who do insurance, a lot of them, they on the golf course right now, retired. Insurance pay residuals. It pays residuals, and it's needed. And I love when our people go and get insurance, become insurance agents, because now you're another person educating our people, because we've been behind on the insurance game. Insurance pays well. If I get a policy from you and I keep it for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years, you're going to get paid 60 years in a row from that policy.
Yeah, insurance. Hey, man. Hey, listen, y'all. That kid don't want to go to college, send him to be in real estate school, insurance agent. We had the lady here from PTC, man. They got so many trades over there now, man. Heavy equipment operator, all type. I might go get that heavy equipment.
So me, let you know, against popular opinion, I'm damn near anti-college. I'm sorry, I'm damn near. Reason being, because I see too many people with a lot of student loan debt, and they're not even working in that field. So anti-college might be the wrong thing to say. Let me say this. Don't just go to college saying you want to be something. You got to study that field. Are they even hiring? Is this debt you're going to rack up even amounts to the money you're going to make when you graduate? These are the decisions you have to make instead of just saying, I want to do this.
And have a plan.
You gotta have
Because
a plan.
I got a senior at Morehouse right now, and him and his mama plan was you finna go to school, but you're gonna do it debt free.
And there's ways to do it.
And it's ways to do it. And he's straight right now. He's dead. He don't owe anything.
So I'm gonna drop this because you mentioned trades. I'm about to drop this right here. And I just learned this last week. One of my best friends, he works for FPL, and he just started working for them. He always say,
FPL, what's that?
Florida Power and Electric.
Okay.
With FPL. So Florida Power and Lights, whatever it stands for. So he just started mid-30s, but he always saying, man, I should have did so long ago. He said, if I'd have did it when I was younger, I'd have messed it up. I'd have blown it. And one thing that he taught me was this, just last week, because my son just got a job with an electric company. They told him by August they're gonna send him to school. It's called alignment. This is what it's called, alignment. They make more than an electrician, way more dangerous, but you can become a lineman and go somewhere like California, make $300,000-$400,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Alignment is basically the people who deal with electrical. You do not have to go to college to be a lineman. It is a certification. It's a certification, and you'll be making money immediately in months. So college ain't for everybody. So people who listening, you got them kids, and you see them kids, they really like, you see they don't like college and all that. Don't force.
They don't like high school. How you gonna force them into college?
Don't force that on them. Trades are where it's at. Plumbers make money. Electricians make money. HVAC techs make money. And there's so many, that machine equipment, forklift drivers, CDL drivers. There's so many more things to do. I'm just going to tell you from my standpoint. And I'm never ashamed to say how ignorant I was as a youth. And I'm never ashamed to say this. I literally thought I knew I wasn't going to college first and foremost. And I literally thought that it was college or McDonald's. So I chose the streets, straight up. That's how ignorant I was.
There wasn't no in between.
I didn't know.
Would be your boy. What's your boy from the McDonald's concert commercial? Calvin. You gonna be Calvin?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna be Calvin. I wasn't gonna be Calvin. So I'm telling you, I literally did not know that you did. Now, and this is why I tell you it was my ignorance. Now, nobody around me went to college, and they all had jobs, but everybody was just pushing school on me. That's all they was talking. Nobody was saying. And, I was born and raised in D.C. Nobody was saying, hey, man, graduate and go work for Metro. Hey, man, won't you go and do this? Just go do that then. Because I could see you don't like school. Everybody was like, you need to go to school. You need to go to school. You need to go to school. So you know what I did? I went to the streets.
But, G, that's kind of like what they seen in us. Because they seen that we was more intelligent than the people around us. And then that's kind of like the problem because those ones that don't go to school, going in the one and turn to the streets, they have a elevated advantage because of the way they think, and that becomes more of a problem. So we got to guide them into a positive manner because that same one that we send that kid like, boy, you smart enough to do, and he don't go to school and decide to go to the street. He gonna likely be a kingpin, man. He's pretty smart about what he's doing. So we gotta direct that into a positive atmosphere because that ain't it. And because it's so many other things you can do. And because me and this man sitting here across from you can tell you it's nothing, no amount of money, no amount of anything that can replace your time.
Nothing.
It's nothing that can replace that time you miss.
Time is precious. And when you see people not with that school, entrepreneurial mindset is where it's at. Now, you might never have some company that's making $1 million a year, but it is easy to have a company that will replace what you're currently making, what any job will pay you, what most jobs will pay you. That is easy. It's easy to get a business or multi-businesses to do that. It's all about mindset. Like, mindset is important. Mindset is important. That's where it all starts.
So I told you when was coming in, I'm working on this conflict resolution. Mm-hmm. And it's actually a mindset therapy. But it's called conflict resolution because we're attacking how you thinking about everything.
So what is the because it's several schools of teaching to deal with the mind and behavior and stuff like that. Like, what is it? Cognitive behavioral therapy amongst others.
Yep.
Which one y'all? Which?
It's cognitive group therapy. It believe it or not, I think I'm kind of like the perfect person for this because I deal with a lot of conflict.
Yeah.
One way or the other, if it's prime example, we ain't here, bro, on air. My wife walking to the door, and like just the look in her eyes, you see, okay, something ain't right. It's a daycare down there. Dude done jumped out the car and started jumping on his baby mama down there. It's an old Army Marine vet down there, old white dude. Oh, Pops done snapped. He got dude down there in a cross-race chicken wing. He finna kill him. So us going down there and interacting, my first thing was like, okay, Pops, you cool? We ain't coming to jump on you. And the first thing the dude said when he came around the corner, man, was jab. Hey man, nah, you going back around that corner because you finna go to jail, boy. You done jumped on this girl out here and the man finna kill you. You need, and I seen that and I said, and just to reflect back to that, so I think that's kind of good for me to go into this because of the ties that I have in the community and the people that see me, bro, just the love that I still get. And like I told you earlier, man, I want to take this and bring this to Sarasota community because I got the same ties over there.
And it's important. Conflict resolution is important. We got to find ways to deal with issues.
Especially when we talking about how bad our kids is.
Yeah, we got to find ways to deal with it. Like we got to advance as a people. One thing, we really are kind of without excuse nowadays because of the information age and all the technology at our fingertips. So we can blame the past, and I'm not like downgrading that or anything, but it is actually here for us to make better for the future. And learning how to deal with conflict is very important because we know that a split moment decision can end your life through prison or the grave.
And y'all don't want to go to prison.
No, you don't want to.
That's not what you want to do. We even expanded the thought process of that, and we was just thinking like the conflict can be between a single parent and a child. The conflict can be in the home.
Yeah.
So we as we were writing out this program, we want to offer it to adult and y'all come take it together. If it's a guardian, an uncle, whoever, if it's somebody that's just interested in being there with this child on this journey, man, come take the class with them because it's for children and adults. Like we not just targeting, man. We targeting the whole community with this one. But man, we ain't gonna go into conflict resolution, man. We on credit today, and all right, I put a link in there, y'all, and I think that New Gen Wealth Solutions. What y'all monthly fee is? What $99 a month? How much y'all monthly fee?
So that is the monthly fee, but I kind of try to get away from it and give people a flat fee. Not meaning you have to pay it all at once, but it's going to cost this, and you're going to make a down payment, and then you're going to make payments towards paying this off. So that could be a little more than $99 a month. However, once that is paid, I'm paid. Your work continues if I'm not done first. That $99 a month model basically kind of put it like this here. If I tell you I charge $1,500 for credit repair, and you be like, well, I just want to pay $99 a month, how fast do you think someone's going to work on your credit? So whenever you're saying, well, I hired such and such, and I don't really see nothing going on, my question is how much they charge. That's always first thing I ask, how much they charge? Because if you're telling me they charge $99 a month, that kind of explains it. Because people who charge $99 a month is usually one set flow that they're going to go through, round after round after round.
So you're getting the minimum out of that.
Because, like, for one, me, when I send out mail, if I send everything certified the first round, I might send $150 worth of mail, but you only paid me $99. But my mail might cost me $150. So then I'm banking on you staying for some more months so I can recoup. Because if you turn around and don't come and pay in month 2, now somebody else got to make up for that expense.
I got to sign up 2 more people.
Right. So that's the thing. Now you got some companies that don't do certified. And if I'm complaining to the Attorney General and the Better Business Bureau and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, all that.
That's 3 letters.
And not just the letters. The time. So your $100 ain't covering all that. It ain't covering what I mailed out to every company and the credit bureaus. And when I went and made these complaints, your $100 don't even cover all that. Every business model not the same. So me, instead of having to do the minimal for people, I just kind of cut that out. Now it's every now and then somebody, that's what they want, and I explain that to them. But like, well, just sign me up to that. Okay, fine, that's what you want. I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm here to help you. But for the most part, I kind of went away from that for that reason. Now, does that other way make more money? It can. Because if I could sign 20 people up a month and hold you for 2 years, you know how much residual that is? So yeah, it can make more money that way, but I'm a results guy. I'd rather get you done, get you happy,
and
so you
move
can go
on
tell
to the
10
next
people.
person.
I need you to go tell 10 people.
Got you.
I can only make so much money off one person, but you know what I could do when I can get them testimonials? My business was built off referrals. I run ads now. I've been running ads for 2 months, but I've served well over 1,000 people before I ever ran an ad. Strictly off of referral based and testimonials. So basically we give you a set fee and that's what you're going to work towards paying. And paying that gets your negative items deleted and help you get the score you're going to get. It gets you a little coaching. I do group calls. It's going to get you the credit building advice. You get client review calls. See, that's one thing about it. When you get your client update, you get a link. You can schedule a call. We can talk about what just happened. So you ain't got to worry about my company ever disappearing on you, feeling like you in the dark. None of that. We going to rock with you. We going to work with you.
Hey, man, so I got a link in there, and we ain't going to even talk numbers, right? This is what we going to do. If you sign up through the link, I'm going to give you my discount. So if you sign up through this link, I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to put you through an affiliate portal. I'm going to put you right with the man himself, and I'm going to give you my discount. So y'all see the link in the app. Y'all jump on it, man. We got 8 more minutes, man.
So since we got 8 minutes, let me do this right here, right?
Run it.
So now we always talk about credit score. I'm gonna tell you what a perfect credit profile look like. 100% payment history, right? You want your credit age to be at least 4 years, not that Credit Karma credit age. That is not right when they show you that. That's a Vantage score. Vantage scores only use open accounts, but that's not true credit reporting. FICO scores take into consideration your closed accounts too. So that car loan that you paid off, a lot of people don't know this. They be like, well, I paid it off, but it's still on my report. That's good. You paid it off. It's paid. You want that on your report. Your score is being helped from that, and it's helping your credit age. So you want your credit age to be at least 5 years, 4 to 5 years. The higher, the better. You need 100% payment history. Nothing derogatory. You need to have under 4 inquiries. Under 4. That's a perfect credit profile for you, right? It's a category I'm missing right now. I don't know what it is. That's 4 to 5 right there. Oh, no collections, none of that stuff there. That's a perfect credit profile for you. You must have revolving credit on your credit report. If you don't have no revolving credit, look at your credit report. If you don't have no revolving credit, hit Jab up. He can give you some links and stuff.
Oh man, we got you.
To get you some revolving credit. Add it to your report because this is what people always say. Well, I can't get a credit card. You're right. You can't. You got bad credit. So you have to do credit building accounts, and there are different ones out there. There are many different ones out there. There are cards you can get to treat a debit card like a credit card, but you have to get those things added to your report. That's what it start with. Got to pay them credit cards down. So let me get back to that. Debt pay down. Now, if you got multiple credit cards, right? You can't afford to pay them all off. This is what you do. You line them all your credit cards up. Let's just say you got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you write down the balance on each one of them. The one that has the lowest balance, that's what you're going to pay the extra money to. You're going to pay the minimum payment on every card every month. Minimum payment. All the extra money you're going to pay is going to go towards the card with the lowest balance until it's paid off. That's called the debt snowball method. Once that one's paid off, push that to the side. Then you're going to do the same thing with the 4. Minimum payment on everything, all the extra money on the one with the lowest balance. The reason why you do that, because now we're talking about psychological. You just accomplished the goal. You paid one off. That's telling you that, you know what? I can do the next one. I can do the next one. But when you take and make small payments towards every card, you make the minimum payment on all 5, then pay extra on all 5, that don't never go nowhere. It never goes anywhere because you're trying to pay down 5 cards at once. You know what I mean? That's like trying to eat 5 burgers at once. We don't eat 5 burgers at once. You eat one at a time. So that is the proper way to pay your credit cards down so you can get them paid off. Credit utilization, 30%, that is horrible. So don't listen to Google. 30% is horrible. You want it down to at least 10%. 30% mean it's not going to hurt your score. It ain't going to help it. 10% is when it really, really, really start helping your score. When you get it down to like 2%, in between 2 and 6%, that's the sweet spot. 0, that sometimes hurt your score. Don't get me wrong. Like it's a difference between trying to work on your credit score and trying to get debt paid down. Sometimes 0 will hurt and you need to be at 2%. So for example, a $200 credit card, 10% is 20. We know that $10 is 5%. I mean, yeah, that's 10% right. Is $20. $10 is 5%. So you might want to have it at $5. There you go, 2.5%. That's usually the sweet spot to increase and maximize your credit score. Oh, I know one thing I forgot when I say that perfect credit profile. 8 to 10 accounts on your credit report, open or closed, mostly primary accounts. Authorized users can help, but you can't have a credit report full of them. And another thing, they do not help on the business side. Authorized users do not help your business credit. They don't take them into consideration, but it is a play to use them for that. Yes, add those authorized users because you can get funding on the personal side, which is going to help you get some business funding down the line. So it's a way you line that stuff up. So they have their importance. They do have their importance, but yes, depending upon the lender, authorized users, you can get a mortgage with authorized. Can't be the only thing on there, but it can help boost that score. Some lenders don't. Every lender not the same. We already talked about everybody not being the same. But for your business funding, it's not going to work immediately, but you want to do it to get the personal, to bounce back to the business 6 months later. Can't get all into all that. That's a lot to talk about right there.
That's a whole nother hour.
That's a whole nother hour. But that's how you line that up. Listen, for you out there who work, there's nothing wrong with working. Like some people love their job and you're supposed to do what you love. But don't let that job stop you from building your dream. There is no reason that everybody should not have a business. If you sell anything on the side, turn it to a business.
And that helps you credit-wise. That's another reason why I'm starting to Eat the Biz. Because on top of what's my background, I'm going to show you how to file your taxes for that business. That's all on the educational platform.
Right.
I'm going to show you how to keep your mileage. I'm going to show you how to keep all your write-offs or your supplies, how to keep track of all this stuff so that you can write this stuff off. And I ain't going to hold you and say, no, it's in there. And when I say educational platform, bro, like I'm not just giving people ebooks or screenshots. I'm sharing my screen and I'm going and I'm showing you how to do it.
Yeah, and that's important. Ebooks are okay, but everybody don't read and comprehend. Some people need. I learn by doing. I tell a person that quick. If you give me an ebook, it got to be step by step that I can take action, not read and figure it out. I learn by doing. And those vacations, there's a such thing called the sandwich method, where you can write most of a vacation off. You know what I'm saying? These are tax things.
All I gotta do is have a meeting.
That's it, man. You had your meeting day 1, your party
keep
day
your
2,
minutes,
3, and 4, and then you had your meeting on day 5, and then you go on about your business. You're writing off most of that vacation. There are ways. So don't work for somebody and forget your dreams. And there's nothing wrong with working. See, some people, they try to make it seem like, oh, just start a business. Don't work. That's not reality. That's not reality. But you can work and still have a business. Now, if you work so much that you can't run a business, then you need to start a shelf type of business. And I won't get into all that and do you some real estate.
Prime example, passive income.
Passive income.
Right now, I'm trying to find an ice machine.
Yeah, passive income, vending machine.
I'm trying to find an ice machine, bro. I Friday night, I'm at the football field. I gotta go spend $15 for ice. And I go right there to the little machine, put my $10 in there and then drop the bags out. And I said, you know what? I want one of these. What?
Can I give out just something that's so simple for people? Can I give out one?
Go ahead, man. We got 1 minute, man. Listen.
Let's just say you had a business and you went and got a Sam's Club credit card, the real one, not the one that you only spend at Sam's. Well, you could use that one for this situation, but I don't like those. We need the MasterCard.
Okay.
Now, Sam sells vending machines. You got the Sam's card, MasterCard, and Sam sells vending machines. So when you buy these vending machines from Sam's and the candy, now you're going to get reward points too. Now, let's just say you got $8K on that. That's, you know what I'm saying? We ain't going to do nothing ridiculous. $8K. And those vending machines cost $3,000. So let's just say you bought 2 vending machines and got the candy. Now, you do got to make at least the minimum payments on this card. It's a business card, so it's not showing up on your personal. Now, go put them vending machines somewhere and let that candy pay off. So, of course, you need to know where them vending machines going to go at first. Do your research. We don't just go jump into it. Now, let the vending machines pay off that card. Once that's done, now that's all passive residual income. You don't got to do nothing but fill up the machines each month. That's just a quick way to make.
That's it, man. Send your son out there to do that, man.
$200. $200.
Matter of fact, don't send your son out there working. You ain't getting none of that money back.
It's simple, man.
Hey, man, this King Jab. Man, another again, informative packed show. I hope we bless your ears. If you want to, go back and hear this, for those out there in Radio Land, if y'all want to go back and see this or watch this on social media, you can always go to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club page. You can go to my page, inkthebiz.com. And I'd like to thank you, G, man.
Hey, thank you for having me,
I'm
man.
gonna have you back, bro. We ain't done yet. And we finna over like this, man. The next 6 months, man. We finna really go ahead and show them, bro.
Hey,
We gonna
let's
really
get it,
go ahead
man.
and show them,
Success
man.
need receipts. Let's get it.
Hey, what you say? Success need
Success
receipts?
need receipts, man.
All right, man. Y'all take it easy, man, and thank y'all for the listening here. We out. Let me turn it.
WUJM, St. Petersburg.
Gospel lovers, are you ready for some church?